Paul. Shoot. It's a little difficult to give that definition of decalcification, but I'm kind of thinking it's the eroding of the actual enforcement of the laws. Now, there are some requirements of law when issuing court orders where you gave custody of my sons to my wife. Pooch. Then there's that dissolution of marriage where you did not give me actual notice of court hearings, as if somebody in the sectarian control of the judiciary decided that homeless people don't have any rights. Now, I'm wanting my sons today, and I want to speak to Maryland, who seems to be some sectarian control of police and sheriff's departments where if you're in the way, you're excused of all crimes, but if you're not, then you're that part of society that you don't have to enforce the laws for. Now I'm going to want a phone call from her. And I'm going to want to know if she wants to live with her husband or if she wants to live with me. And I'm going to want a call from my sons. Okay? Now, you're concerned about what I'm going to do. Well, I have $6, so I did keep enough bus money for tomorrow, and I can go to Port Townsend, but I'll just sue you for it. I can talk to whomever it is that's supposedly the expert. They can say any fucking thing they want about me, but I'm sure that if you administer psychotropic medications or any other restoration treatment that happens to be in violation of the laws of the United States, your sectarian control of the judiciary that doesn't have to enforce the rights of a certain class and caste of persons because you looked at me and said, well, he's a homeless, mentally ill man. Oh, see, appearances can be deceiving, can't they, Judge? I told you that it was against the law to issue court orders where there is no due process to the respondent, and you said I had to motion the court. I had to have a mental health evaluation and treatment if recommended. Pooch. And you were not going to change your mind because when you look at me, you say he's a mean man, that has no rights as a citizen, that will have to learn that I'm going to do things the way the family wants me to do them. I said you're going to enforce the requirements of the law known as the RCWs. Yes. You're going to enforce the requirements of the Violence Against Women's Act, those two requirements, personal and subject matter jurisdiction, and the protection of the due process rights of the respondent. Yes. I said that you were going to enforce the Parental Kidnapping and Protection Act because my wife abducted my sons on July 2nd of 2011, and you issued a protection order while I wasn't a resident. Then you reissued it without waiting for the verdict of the jury, Pooch. And you said I was going to have to motion the court and do what you say, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to do what the Constitution says. Yeah, you are. Sheriff, you're going to enforce the laws of the United States. Do you understand? I have enough money to go to Port Townsend. The court hearing's not until August 31st, and I will stomp the fucking shit out of every oath of office.